You did everything right. You got the degree, landed the job, built a social circle. But when you finally stop moving, there it is, this hollow, echoing feeling that none of it actually matters. In the 1940s, psychiatrist Viktor Frankl was imprisoned in Nazi concentration camps. He observed that prisoners with high physical fitness often succumbed to the conditions first, while those who held on to a specific future goal, like finishing a book or reuniting with a spouse, found the resilience to keep going. Resilience appeared to be tethered directly to a reason for suffering. After the war, Frankl noticed something alarming. The psychological emptiness he identified in the camps, what he called the existential vacuum, was appearing in millions of people living comfortable, free lives. Frankl's data suggests that having a direction functions as a survival mechanism. When the internal aim vanishes, physical resilience often follows. In this light, having a target to move toward functions as a piece of human software necessary for staying alive. For thousands of years, humans didn't worry about finding a reason to exist. In the ancient world, philosophers like Aristotle taught the concept of telos, the idea that your role was already written into the fabric of reality, and your only job was to fulfill it. The Enlightenment decentralized authority. We gained the right to choose our own paths, but we lost the rigid communal structures that previously told us what those paths should be. We now have to invent our own reasons for being here. This vacuum creates a commercial opportunity. Our culture suggests that a single, specific destiny is already encoded in our DNA, waiting for a moment of quiet introspection to reveal itself. It's an enticing idea because it suggests that the hard work of choice has already been done for us. When you feel adrift, your brain is reacting normally to a structural shift in how society is organized. You are navigating an environment with no inherited guideposts. To actually build a guidepost, we have to clear away the cultural noise. First, we have to distinguish passion from a plan. Passion is an emotional spark. It gets you started, but it fades under pressure. A true drive is intellectual and endures even when the work is tedious. This infographic lays out the 4 pillars. Meaning is the backward-looking sense that your life makes sense. Values are your internal compass, but neither gives forward momentum. Look at the far right column. Purpose is a chosen direction requiring active choice. Expecting a predetermined destiny removes the requirement of sacrifice. It suggests you can wait for the universe to tap you on the shoulder, avoiding the messy reality of choosing a path. Believing in these myths freezes you in place. You end up waiting for an overwhelming emotional revelation that never arrives. Psychologists identified a buildable formula: direction, a long-term aim; action, sustained daily effort; and significance, impacting something beyond yourself. When these lock together, you gain cognitive efficiency. Daily stresses lose their sting because your mind zooms out to your main objective. You do not have to extract this from your career. For most of human history, work was just a way to survive. A long-term aim can be entirely rooted in raising a family, volunteering in your local community, or mastering a difficult hobby. What you build at age 20 will likely not sustain you at age 40. It is a framework you must actively construct, tear down, and rebuild as you move through different phases of your life. Because this framework is so powerful, we tend to assume it is inherently good, but it is morally neutral. It is simply an engine, and an engine can be steered off a cliff. Some of the most highly driven, deeply committed individuals in human history were also the most catastrophic. Adolf Hitler had an unwavering long-term direction, sustained daily action, and a twisted sense of significance. On a smaller scale, this toxicity happens in everyday life. The philosopher Immanuel Kant argued that it is unethical to use humans merely as a means to an end. We see this when parents wrap their entire identity into their children's achievements, treating the child not as an individual, but as a tool to fuel the parent's own life mission. The moment you reduce yourself or the people around you to mechanical instruments serving an arbitrary goal, your drive has become destructive. Building a healthy engine starts with stripping away the pressure. Step 1 is following your curiosity without judging whether it is useful or profitable. Step 2 is treating your life like a laboratory. You run small scientific experiments to gather data on what you actually enjoy, rather than searching for an instant fit. Step 3 is finding stakes in your local community, becoming useful to the people immediately around you. Step 4 requires looking backward. You pull meaning out of your past struggles and figure out how surviving them can help someone else today. The final step is accepting that the target will move. The structure you build today will eventually expire, and you will have to adapt it as you transition into a new stage of life. This emptiness functions as a psychological signal. It suggests that your current identity has been cleared out, creating the space necessary to assemble your next iteration of purpose.